Hello everybody, Vanessa here again, TPTT Academy. I'd just like to say thank you for attending our Zoom meeting today for us to give you information on the different courses we have to offer. On this video, we're going to show you the different courses we have or plans. Within those plans are the different elements that we spoke about. The 4 elements, online diploma being one, air hostess, cruise liner license, as well as the tour. Okay, so first of all, before we go through, I need you guys to have a look at the plans that we have to offer. Okay, if you can see on the screen, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plans. Okay. Platinum, silver, bronze, and gold. We've named it according to the commodities out there, just so that you guys can differentiate and make a difference between the plans. Platinum is more expensive than what silver would be, bronze, and so on and so on. So we're going to start. If you look at any of the plans that has the word plus in it, you'll see that we've highlighted it. It says plus over there. Plus, those would be our courses that includes our Europe tour or international tour. Platinum is the biggest and the most expensive course that we have. And remember, all our courses are done in 1 year. Okay, you are able to do it in 1 year. But please do not stress if financially you cannot do it over a 1 year period. We just say you can do it over a 1 year period. But if you just want to do 2 elements this year, 1 element next year, and another element the following year, once you are a student at TPTT, you are always a student. Okay, so let's start. Word plus means that the international tour is included in those plans. Then we've got platinum over there, and we've got platinum over here. The difference between those two is the 1 plus. That means that the tour is included. Okay, silver over there, silver over here. 1 with the word plus in it means that tour is included in that. So let's start. Platinum plan is for the students that is wanting to do all 4 of the elements in the 1 year. Okay, I'm going to try and write it for you. It's not as bad. That means you do your online diploma, as we discussed, from your home online on the tablet that we give you. It is the flight attendant license, which is 6 weeks here in Springs, where you stay in the student house. So it's 6 weeks going to class, 6 weeks staying in the student house with meals. Then we do the cruise liner license, where you go to Durban. That includes then flights, accommodation, transfers, and meals in Durban. It then includes your practical tour. We will still get to the practical tour right at the end. Your visa to travel overseas, to give you entry into the European countries is included. Each student gets a starter pack. When we come to the pricing, I will go through that. The starter pack is each student gets 2 t-shirts. Let me just pause for a minute. If you guys are on Facebook, please go and like our Facebook page so that you can go through the photos of the past year's students. There you will see them in their uniform, t-shirts or their jackets. So starter pack includes 2 t-shirts, a bag, a jacket, and then they also get a student card. They also get a formal graduation ceremony and then team building. Team building is done right in the beginning of the year so that we start or to build our team. That is where everybody from all over South Africa comes together, and we then start building on our team for that specific year you are studying with us. Okay, so Platinum Plus plan includes 4 elements. Then we get the Platinum plan over here. That means there's no word plus in it. So that means we don't do a tour in it, but we do the 3 elements. Okay, so 3. It is the diploma, cabin crew license, cruise license, and then like the others, as we said, by all of them, we've got the t-shirts, the graduation and team building. Okay. Silver plan is for people that is wanting to become air hostesses, flight attendant, or cruise line or cabin crew. There's different meanings because of male, females. So the silver plan, if you are just wanting to study to become a flight attendant, you look at the silver plans. Silver plus means tour is included, silver not included. Okay, so on the plus plan, there is 3 elements. On just the normal silver plan, it's 2 elements. Okay, now we move on to the next plan, which is the bronze plus plan. The bronze again tells me it's a different word to silver. It's a different word to platinum. Bronze means what is left. We've covered air hostess already. Cruising. So bronze plus or bronze is for the people that wanting to go and work on the passenger cruise ships. Okay. So this bronze plus includes the tour, your diploma, your cruise license with your accommodation and everything, your tour, and then all your gadgets that we talked about, the visa and the t-shirts and stuff. This is also 3 elements. We get to the people that is wanting to still do the cruise license, but because of financial means or because they just do not want to travel, they just want to get their license and their tertiary qualification. They then do the bronze plan, which has 2 elements in it. Still your diploma, still your cruise license. Then the last one that we offer is the gold plus or the gold plan. Now again, the word is different to the bronze, silver and platinum. We've covered the 2 licenses here already. So what is left? The gold would be if you are interested to work in the tourism industry on the ground, whether it is for the airlines, cruise companies, travel agencies, tour operators, hotels, car rental companies, rail companies, anything to do with work on the ground. This is what the gold plan does. So gold plus means that we do the diploma and we do our tour. The normal gold plan is an individual plan. It's just the diploma on its own. There you'll see you get just the tablet, the diploma, and then your whole uniform with graduation and team building. No tour, no license. Okay, so this one includes 2 elements and this one 1. Okay. I hope that is clear to everybody. Now we're going to move on to giving you the actual pricing of the different courses. Okay, as you can see here again, I'm going to try and see if I can do it a pen. Okay, so again, as per the bubbles, here are our different elements. So I'm going to write there 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, sorry about my handwriting, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so refer that back to the bubble. The second column that we have here is our registration if you want to register with us. At the Academy, we only accept 80 students per year. The reason for that is because of all the practicals. The classes that we do, we only take the maximum of 16 per class. The student house also only sleeps 16 people per time period. And then also for when we travel to Europe. The buses there and the roads and stuff aren't as wide and huge like we get here in South Africa because Europe is very old. They do not have the infrastructure for the big buses, double-decker buses and stuff to travel in the smaller areas. They can do on the highways, but not in smaller villages that we travel to. So that is also one reason. And the last reason is also we don't want to just let anybody, study. We want the cream of the cream, the top of the spectrum, if I can call it that. We want you guys to be, what's the word? Not special, but you guys need to be set apart from all the other people that is just doing one thing. So instead of 10,000 people going for one job, we've got 80 people going for one job. If you look into that perspective, not that it is like that. 80 people is more attractive, having lots of qualifications instead of just one. So I'm going to give you a scenario that if I go and apply for a job and you've studied at TPTT, you've got 3 elements, but Vanessa, I've only got my license or I only have my diploma. If I'm an employer, you guys need to see an employer as somebody that's out there to make money. An airline is there to make money. Cruise liners, anybody is there to make money. They're looking at their profit that they make. So at the end of the day, they need to see where they can save money, not on salaries and stuff like that, but on training. That's why they leave the training to us as training schools and colleges to get you guys ready for work, because they do not have the human resources, they do not have the manpower or the money to still sit with people straight out of school for them to work. So if you come and you look attractive to them, and I'm not talking face-wise or body-wise, I'm talking attractive like paper-wise, okay? Your marks were good, you've got the right qualifications and you've got the right look and stuff like that, then it set you apart from all the others, okay? So that's why we only take 80 students per year. So within that, as I said in the previous Zoom meetings, we do not look at any requirements like subjects, marks, or APS scores. We work on a first come, first serve basis. We charge a non-refundable 1,500 Rand space holding deposit. That's to keep your space at the academy. And also it is your administration fees for the year you would be studying with us. That would be, if you come for practicals, we need to print workbooks and stuff for you, as well as on the accounting side, your statements, receipts, and everything like that that the accountant needs to do. So that's what the 1,500 goes towards, okay. The next column you need to look at is the full course fee. This is the most important one that you need to look at. The full course fee would be these columns over here. So when you look at the courses, yes, you're going to say to me, sure, Vanessa, 158,000 Rand to do one course in 1 year, that's a hell of a lot of money. Yes, we know it is. But as you can see, go and take that amount, look at the 4 elements that you are doing, okay? I'm doing 4 elements. Go and do homework to see what a diploma on its own costs, what 6 weeks accommodation, 6 weeks cabin crew would cost with accommodation, food, transportation to and from the airports and all of that, with your medical that you need to do, with your swimming that you need to do, and the first aids and everything that you have to do. Next one, you've got to go and look at the 3rd element, that is your cruising license, flights to Durban, transfers, 2 weeks in a hotel. The hotel that we stay in is a 3-star hotel. Transport to and from the hotel to the training center every day. Your food, 3 meals a day for the 2 weeks, as well as your medical that you need to do. Last one, the 4th one is the Europe tour. I said previously, we travel for about 18 to 20 days to Europe. It's all your flights included, visa, accommodation for the full period that we are away with. As I said also in the previous meetings, you do a land tour and you do a cruise tour. So that's all included in that. Transportation, sightseeing tours, meals, That's all included. The only thing that we have not included in any of these fees, as I said earlier, that would be spending money. That would be to buy chippies or cool drinks and stuff like that. That is not together with your meals. That would be over and above. Okay? If you want to buy mom a key ring or dad a supercharged small little car from the Ferrari Center, I don't know. It's up to you guys. Spending money is your own responsibility because everybody has different spending habits. Okay, so then it also includes that 158. If we look at the first line, it includes your team building, which is 3 nights away that we meet at our Tambo. It's your transport to the venue. We spend 3 nights at the venue with all your food and everything included. It's your starter pack, which is your 2 t-shirts, your jacket, your tablet, your bag, and your student card, as well as your graduation, full graduation ceremony with the whole setup of your coat and sash and hat and everything like that. That's included, as well as then the workbooks that we need to do for you guys when we see you practical, in the practical aspects. Okay, so break it down into the elements and then you add it together to see what the prices are. So the Platinum Plus plan for the full year would be 158. It's nothing less, nothing more. Guys, so if you take that plan, and we've based these prices, this is actually 2020 prices, which we took over to 2021. But since we did these prices and costings and stuff like that, the euro has dropped tremendously. So we, as an academy, I don't like doing that to say, this is the price, oh, but you know what, the euro has dropped 3 Rand, now you've got to pay us 10,000 Rand extra to go on the tour. We will amend the tour to fit into the pricing that we've originally quoted to you guys. But that's not to say that we will put you in a lower graded hotel or make the course, the tour less, have less nights and stuff like that. We keep it exactly the same. We might be changing things here, try and fly another airline that would give us a discount there and stuff like that. But we don't want that the economy is going down or any infrastructure or anything that happened in the world to affect the prices. I'm a mother as well. I do not like it if my children's school comes to me and says 50 Rand there, 200 Rand there, and so on and so on. So the prices you see there is the prices that you pay. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. So those are the different prices for the different courses. Then we get the column over here. It's not a very important one. It just says that some parents do have or made policies available or took out policies for their children when they were born for education purposes. So when you go to college or university, those policies would pay out. So if you are in the position and you can pay the full course fee by the end of 31 October this year, if you're wanting to study next year, then you qualify for a 5% discount. Okay. That would mean instead of paying 158,000 Rand, you would pay 150,000. But then that's only based on full payment received by 31 October 2020, should you want to study next year. The next important one that we have is this one. It is our starter pack deposit. Now, just like the word says, starter pack. This is the amount of money that we would need before you can start with us. Okay, as I said on the Zoom meetings, our year starts the 2nd week of January up until the next January of the following year. The starter pack deposit allows us to book and pay for the team building, to order your starter pack, which is the t-shirts, the jackets. As you can see, I've got my jacket on. Mine is a little bit different to yours. You guys will have just red jackets, your student cards and everything like that, as well as deposits for the practicals. So if you are wanting to do the aerostess license and you're wanting to do the cruise liner license and you're wanting to do the tour, we have to book and keep space at least 6 months to 8 months in advance. And with that, we need to put money down. So out of the 14,000 Rand, team building gets paid, your clothes get paid, your tablet gets paid, as well as the small deposits to secure the space so that we can book a specific date for you to do your practicals at airways, swimming, firefighting, first aid, and all of that. Okay. Now, if you guys see this amount, remember I said the full course fee is this, nothing more, nothing less. Now we come to a 14,000 Rand amount. This 14,000 Rand is not over and above the 158. It's included in that 158. So once you've paid 14,000, you deduct it off the 158. The remaining balance then would then be what's left over for you to pay over a 12-month period. And this is where this column comes in, but I'll get to that now. Okay, I just need you guys to understand that the 14,000 is not plus 158. You must minus it. Okay, fairly basic maths. The next one that we have, we've got if we, it's another discounted one. If the full course payment less the starter pack deposit is paid by the 31st of January 2021, this is now when you guys are wanting to study, then you qualify for a 3% discount. Okay, so if you take that amount, 139 plus 14, you would get to an amount, but that's less than 158. Okay, the reason why we have this column in here is that some parents or people, they want to apply for student loans. Now, if you go to the big major banks like ABSA, FNB, Standard Bank, and so on, they will only look at giving student loans to people once they have a student's matric certificate or results in their hands. Okay, and because you guys only get your matric results the beginning of January, you can only apply for those loans the beginning of January. Normally, it would take them about 7 to 10 working days to look at your applications. So they would then say yes or no. If they've said yes, then they would pay you out then, or they would not pay you out, they would pay the institution out by the end of January, and then this is the amount that they would pay. So what that means is if you apply for a student loan, you need to have a parent that has a full-time job for at least 3 months, and then you'd go through the whole application, and then they take it from there. So I can help you guys if you want, and we can speak to you a bit more individually on how the student loans and stuff work, but the requirements and stuff is different for each household. Okay, so full course payment by the 31st of January, then you get a 3% discount. Now, we're not all about that. I know I can't. So I would do the 12-month payment plan. We offer a 12-month payment plan back to TPTT Academy. If you take then the 158 minus 14, it gives you an amount. If you divide that equally in 12 months, you would see you would come to this amount. We do not charge any interest. We are not a bank. We are not allowed to charge you interest. So that is the square amount that you have to pay. So normally what people would do is they would go for the payment plans. Now what we've said was that once you're a student with TPTT Academy, you can start paying. Okay, but our payment plan we've worked out is from 31st of January 2021 to 31st of December. That gives you 12 months. Okay, but as I said to previous people before, if you decide now in April that you're wanting to register and you want to start paying towards the course fees from May this year. So you basically make up your own payment plan from the day that you register. So instead of starting to pay for the course from January, you're starting to pay it from May of 2020. That gives you 19 months to pay instead of just 12 months, okay? Which will then make that monthly payment plan less. So the monthly amount would be less. Or you're not stuck to that full amount. I have 3,000 Rand this month, I've got 2,000 Rand that month, and so on. Then it can go towards the 14,000 Rand. But in October, we will see if you've done the prepayments beforehand and you've decided to start paying beforehand, we see what is left or what is over, and then we have a look and see what the payment plan would be after that. This column here is only to give you a guideline of what a payment plan looks like. Okay, if you do decide to go on a payment plan and you want to go on the Platinum Plus plan, we have to load this payment agreement together with the online portal in the beginning of January. So that means you accept to say, I am paying 12,011 Rand per month starting from January. So comes March and something happens and the geyser breaks and I'm only paying 8,000 Rand, the system will automatically stop and suspend that student. Okay, you have to stick to the payment plan that's scheduled. Otherwise, it's going to log out the student and they will be unable to go into the system, study, and write their exams. Okay, so those are the different payments that we have, the course pricing and stuff like that. I will send this through to you guys via YouTube. If you guys have got any questions, please go onto WhatsApp, call us, and we can take this further. What I forgot to mention was that we work with Fundi. Fundi is a bank. They are not like Standard Bank and stuff like that. They do not, you do not have to wait until January to apply for student loans. They will do that beforehand. They do not need your matric certificate. Okay. They just would need for you to be a registered student at a college or university, and then you do your application with them, and then they will say yes or no. And then what they do is with student loans, they then pay the funds into the college or academy or university's account and not to you guys directly. Okay. We can only give those details of Fundi with the person who deals with our academy's students only once you have registered. That means once you've paid the 1,500, once we've issued you an acceptance letter and send it through to you, then we can give you the contact details of the person dedicated to TPTT with his email address to help and assist you with the funding on the student loans. Okay, I hope you guys that it was clear. Please let us know if you want us to go through something else that you might ask. Please feel free to WhatsApp us or call us. My number is 083 378 4893. Thank you for your time again. Bye.